Happy Wisdom Wednesday, everyone. So this week's book of the week was just published. I was quite excited to get it, and it's by one of my favorite marketers, and more importantly, someone who I consider a mentor from afar and definitely my teacher, and that is Seth Godin. So the book of the week is called This is Marketing. You can't be seen until you learn how to see. So Seth Godin, for those of you who don't know, is a marketer. He actually invented and is credited with the concept of permission marketing. So when you go to subscribe for something and someone asks, like, do we have permission to send you emails and marketing, he actually got, he's credited for coming up with that. And funny enough, he was actually banned from the direct response marketers or direct marketers society. And then years later, when they realized how right he was about this, they invited him back, and he's now in their Hall of Fame. So Seth has come up, has written 18 best-selling books. Again, he is a marketer, but in reality, in my eyes, he's a teacher, he's a philosopher who happens to be in marketing. So what is this book about, and why is it the book of the week? Well, this book, Seth really compiles not only a lot of insight, strategies, and approaches to marketing from the last few decades, but really teaches you how to see the world, and more importantly, create things that are remarkable, that are going to speak and resonate with the right people at the right time. And if anything, what he does is goes around and fits people with a new pair of glasses so that they never look at the world again. And when you read this book, you'll definitely see marketing in a different way. I love it because he puts together a fantastic reading list for marketers at the end, and also a marketing worksheet, which I'll put in the comments below. So one part of the book that I do want to share with you with these 8 steps that he writes down as to what creates really remarkable marketing and how do you get started. So here are the steps. Number 1, you have to start with empathy and see a real need, which means not trying to create a need, as in you create a product and say, how do we reverse engineer this so that it fits some random need? It's actually looking for a need that exists in the market with a group of people. Number 2, focus on the smallest viable market. So how can you find a small group of people that you can create something for that will resonate with them? Not trying to go for the mass market, because when you start going to the masses, you soften those edges down that make you you, and you start becoming a wandering generality and not really remarkable or worth talking about. Number 3, match the worldview of the people being served. So the important part about this is that if you focus on a small group of people, you have to try and see things the way they see it and match that worldview. I've mentioned this many times before. Eugene Schwartz, who's one of the world's greatest copywriters, in his fantastic book, Breakthrough Advertising, even said that it's not the marketer's job to create desire. You cannot do that. You have to just find it and channel it, which also means you can't just create a worldview. You have to understand a worldview and then place your product or service within it as a solution. Number 4, make it easy to spread. If every single member of this small viable market or small group that you focused on brings someone new in every few months, every few years, it'll grow on its own. The idea here is that you're focusing on a small niche like this and building it from the inside out versus trying to just constantly bring more and more people in. Because when you do that, you start focusing not on the group of people you're looking to serve, but trying to serve other people that may not even care about this. Focus on the people who already care. Number 5, earn and keep the attention and trust that you've already developed with those people that you already serve. Number 6, offer ways to go deeper. So instead of, again, looking outside for new members for your work, ask yourself, what ways can you do work for the people who are already here, those already existing customers? Number 7, at every single step of the way, create and relieve tension as people progress in their journeys toward their goals. And again, this goes back to focus on that smallest viable market. And then number 8, show up often, do it with humility and focus on the parts that work. So again, it's a fantastic book. Seth definitely has had a massive impact in my life. I went through his program, the Alt MBA, which I highly recommend to anybody who's looking to lead and serve people to go through. You can do it remotely, but definitely get this book. I think it's a fantastic gift, especially for the holidays, for your boss, your employees, your company, and look for the people that you wish to serve. So that's the book of the week. Question I'd like to pose to you, which is, if you were to think about your company, your product and service, could you answer the following? Who is it for and what's it for? Ask yourself those two questions for yourself. Ask it for your company. Ask it for your product and service. And as always, happy Wisdom Wednesday, happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you next week.